Do you ever find yourself just feeling so emotionally exhausted that it is just so hard to keep going sometimes? When we've just been feeling so overwhelmed, so stressed, so anxious that it just keeps causing us to feel even more and more exhausted. If so, then this is a video for us, and whether this is for you personally or for you to be able to help a friend or a loved one, is where we can explore simple steps in how you can just try and recover, feeling less exhausted and making some changes in your life to help yourself. So what is emotional exhaustion? Well, as defined by betterhelp.com, emotional exhaustion is a chronic state of emotional and physical fatigue that greatly increases a person's risk for developing burnout. So with this emotional exhaustion, the physical signs could be headaches, tummy aches, trouble with breathing, so it might be palpitations, panic attacks, headaches, skin irritations. It could even be, when it comes to mentally, emotionally, it could be teary, snappy, less tolerant. It might even affect our sleep habits, our eating habits, so we may even be eating more or less. And with that, what triggers kind of this to have an impact in our life is you living your life day to day. And sometimes we just have way too much that's going on in our lives, whether that's bereavement, financial strain, school, work, family dynamics with arguments maybe, or friendship issues. So there is so much that could be going on in your life that could just keep building and building and building and making it harder and harder and harder for you. So my first one is that I really want you to just recognise and check in with your expectations. Are they realistic? Okay, because sometimes what happens is that we have these standards, these expectations from ourselves, from other people, where we need to be achieving and doing and saying yes to certain things. However, it's exhausting, as you've well figured out by now. But just let me remind you this, that if you're a yes person, the more you say yes to people, the more you're going to have to push yourself, but the more people will keep on taking. Okay, so the more you say yes, the more people will keep on taking. And if you're a perfectionist, don't forget that your good is good enough, okay? Yes, perfection, to be perfect and wonderful and brilliant and the best is great, but do you know what? Your effort, just trying, is good enough. My next step is that I want you to remind yourself that you're doing your best, okay? I'm telling you, if you're somebody that can really identify with this video, you're doing your best. And do you know what? Some days are going to be better than others. Some days you're going to really be able to smash it and nail it. And other days we're just going to have to get through the day, and that's okay. But it's about reminding yourself and giving yourself that self-compassion, that hug to yourself, for yourself, when you need it. My next step is I'd like you to replace the word should with could. I should go to the gym, I should do that work, I should do that revision, I should call that friend. Oh, that's a to-do list. There's adding guilt and shame if you don't do it. However, by using the word could, gives you the opportunity to at least add some space for you to have the choice. And knowing that you're doing your best, I could go for a workout, or I could do that revision. Yeah, I'll do that revision because that could help me. Yeah, if I do a little bit of that revision, then that will help me go. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? And that's just a really easy one for you to try. It takes a bit of practice, mind you. My next step is a bit of an activity. It's drawing a circle, and I want you to think about what you can control within the circle and what you can't control without the circle. Outside the circle. That's what I meant. So with that, inside the circle is, all your stresses and worries that you can control. And then on the outside is all your stresses and your worries that you cannot control. And then just really react to that accordingly, because there are going to be some things on there that you're going to be really wanting to try and fix and control. And guess what? When it comes to other people, we're not magic workers. Like, we can't fix other people. So it's just about making sure that you're doing your best with the circle, with that inner circle. And that's normally to do with your choices, your reactions, the way you respond, your expectations, the way that you speak to people, and so on. So yeah, it's a good activity to try. And my last step is really important. It's about being compassionate to yourself. This is a big one, okay? So it's about how we need to really do that self-care. What does self-care mean? You've heard it so many times. It's about caring for ourselves, okay? Because sometimes what happens is that we look for other people to help us, to fix us, to make it better, but they can't. It comes down to you. And with that self-care, that might be having a nice early night. It might be having a bath, a shower, going for some exercise. It might be listening to music and doing nothing else. It might be just sat there doodling. It's just about you looking after yourself. And it is not selfish, okay? It's not selfish. It can feel it, but it's not. Because in order for you to feel less exhausted, means that you have to do these acts of self-care. You have to do the things that bring you joy. Visit the places. I'll never forget one time I actually dropped Charlie off at school. I then drove an hour to the beach to spend time at the beach because it's one of my favourite places, just to then come back in time for the school run. And as I was driving there, I was thinking, oh my gosh, like, I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be doing this. But you know what? It was brilliant and I loved it. So what are the things that you can do, the places, the people that you can be around or go to that can just make you feel good? So there you have it. But what it is it's about you realising that you matter, that you're important, and that if you are feeling this exhaustion and this burnout, it's not going to go away. You need to do something about it, and that could start with right now, especially if you've watched all of this video. It's been a bit serious, I'm really sorry, but this is so real for so many people, adults, young people. It's just so real, so real. Anyway, stay awesome, be you, realise you're trying your best, and I'll see you soon. See you later, everybody. Bye.